Everybody's talking about the names, Jack Kayil, Tyler Nickel, who they are, what position they play, whether they're good picks, but after looking at everything the Knicks did over the last 2 nights, I think fans are focusing on the wrong thing. Because this draft was never really about Jack Kayil, it was never really about Tyler Nickel. I think this draft was about something much bigger. I think Leon Rose just revealed exactly how he plans to defend the Knicks championship. And once you connect all the moves together, the blueprint becomes impossible to miss. Let's be honest, when the draft started, most Knicks fans expected something completely different. We had pick 24, we had pick 31, we had multiple opportunities to take recognizable names. Malik Thomas was linked to New York, Isaiah Evans worked out for the team, fans spent days debating prospects, then draft night arrived, and Leon Rose did what Leon Rose always does, something nobody expected. The Knicks traded out of the first round, moved assets around, and accumulated future draft capital. And eventually walked away with Jack Kayil and Tyler Nickel. Immediately, the reaction was mixed. Some fans loved it, others hated it. Some fans did not even know who the players were, but that's exactly why this draft is interesting. Because championship organizations do not draft the same way rebuilding teams do. Let's start with Jack Kayil. The German guard is one of the youngest players in this draft class. At 20 years old, he already played professionally overseas. He won a Best Young Player award in his German league. He built a reputation as a high IQ playmaker, a versatile defender, a guy who understands how to play winning basketball. And here's the part that stood out to me. Reports immediately surfaced that Kayil wants to come to New York now, not years from now, not after another overseas season, but now. And that matters because if Leon Rose believed he was simply drafting a stash prospect, he wouldn't care. But this front office clearly sees value in bringing him into the development pipeline immediately, and that tells us something important. The Knicks are not looking for stars, they're looking for contributors. Think about what happened with Tyler Kolek. The Knicks did not draft him because they thought he was going to become Jalen Brunson. They drafted him because they believed he could eventually help a championship team, and that's exactly what happened. He earned trust, earned minutes, earned a role. I think Jack Kayil fits that same philosophy. Not a future superstar, but a future contributor, and championship teams need those players just as much as they need stars. Now let's talk about Tyler Nickel, because this pick might actually reveal the front office's thinking even more clearly. Nickel's identity is simple. He can shoot and really shoot. At 6'7", spacing the floor is his calling card. And if you've watched the NBA over the last decade, you already know why that matters. Championship teams are always searching for wings who can shoot. Always. There are never enough of them. The Knicks understand that, Mike Brown understands that, and Leon Rose understands that. The league will always make room for shooting, so instead of chasing a flashy prospect with a huge ceiling, the Knicks grabbed a player with a clearly translatable NBA skill again. Not a coincidence, but a philosophy. Here's where things get interesting though, because I don't think the biggest thing the Knicks drafted this week was a player. I think the biggest thing they drafted was flexibility. Look at the entire sequence of moves. Trading down, moving out of the first round, accumulating future seconds, avoiding a guaranteed first round contract, adding multiple assets. That's not random, that's a front office protecting its future. The Knicks just won a championship. Most teams celebrate, most teams become emotional, most teams convince themselves they need to chase every shiny object. Leon Rose did not do that. He approached this draft like a general manager trying to keep a championship window open, and this is where I think the real story lives. The Knicks are telling us exactly how they view roster building. Look at the young players already in the system. Tyler Kolek, Pacome Dadiet, Mohamed Diawara, Ariel Hukporti, now add Jack Kayil and add Tyler Nickel. Do you notice a pattern here? Because these are not headline picks, these are development picks, these are ecosystem picks, players who fit around stars, players who can eventually contribute without demanding the ball, players who allow championship teams to survive financially under the new CBA. This is not an accident, that's the blueprint. The easiest thing in sports is winning once, the hardest thing is staying there. The NBA is filled with former champions who could not sustain success. Why? Because winning creates expensive problems, players get paid, depth disappears, flexibility vanishes, and the Knicks know this very well. Which is why every move this week felt intentional. This draft was not about finding the next franchise player. The franchise player already exists. His name is Jalen Brunson. This draft was about finding the next wave of role players who can help keep the championship core together. And honestly, that's exactly how smart organizations operate. So when I look back at this draft, I don't see Jack Kayil, I don't see Tyler Nickel, at least not first. I see Leon Rose, I see a front office that understands exactly where this team is, The Knicks are not rebuilding, they're defending a championship, defending a championship window, and defending a culture. And every move they made over the last 2 nights reflects that reality. And maybe Jack Kayil becomes a rotation player, maybe Tyler Nickel becomes a valuable shooter, maybe both exceed expectations, maybe neither does. But that's not the biggest lesson from this draft. The biggest lesson is that Leon Rose once again showed us how differently championship teams think. While everyone else was focused on names, he was focused on the blueprint. And if that blueprint works the same way it has over the last few years, the Knicks may have just taken another step towards staying on top of the NBA. So if you enjoyed this video, hit that like button, subscribe, and let me know in the comments which pick do you like more, Jack Kayil or Tyler Nickel. It's been KNYT, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.